Hey guys, we are now in the ace match between TLO and Taeja in this Team Liquid show match. It is a BO5. It is all tied up 2-2, and guess what? We are on a map called ESV Vicious, which I have never ever seen before in my life. So I can't do any of my early game analysis type stuff, so just take a minute, and I want to thank you guys for watching all of these games. You don't know how much it means to see people just come back game after game and watch, or even day after day. That is just so cool, and every subscriber does make me smile. So keep on subscribing if you're new to this channel, and well, if you already are, just keep on watching, because that does mean a lot to me. And you know what you could do to make a player's day? I want you to go to either Taeja's or TLO's Twitter, that's LiquidTLO or LiquidTaeja, and just tweet at them telling them how much you enjoyed this series. If you enjoyed it as much as I have, well, you'll have no problem finding the motivation to tweet them, because those small gestures actually do mean a lot to any player or commentator. You wouldn't think so, that your voice, or your voice means anything, but just sending a simple tweet out to your player, writing in a fan club, saying, hey man, you played great in this, or great stream today, I really enjoyed this, that means a lot, and it makes anyone's day. I talked to many players, and you can't tell me how many times they just smile when something like that does happen. So, let's get into this game. Taeja, he is not going to be going for a 1cc first. TLO, of course, he is going hatch first. He is a Zerg player. And we'll see if Taeja ends up getting another supply depot relatively early. I doubt he will. He hasn't done it at all this series. And we'll see if he actually builds some tanks, because, well, he hasn't done that either this series. TLO doesn't know the spawning positions, neither does Taeja. They did talk about that early on. TLO saying relatively easy map for Terran. So easy for 4th, and Taeja's like, KK, I know. But, of course, Taeja, he does play in the ESV tournaments. And TLO, he doesn't. So Taeja, he has seen this map before. TLO, he may be in the same situation I have, where this is new to him. So he's kind of just playing, looking around at the map, trying to figure out how it does play out. And his conclusion, easy for Terran. Every map in like the history of Blizzard map pool or any map pool, at first start, for some reason the maps have been easy for Terran. I haven't really seen a map or a Zerg player right off the bat say, hey, this map's easy for Zerg. It's like a super Zerg-friendly map. I just haven't seen that. It's always the Terrans that figure something out first. And the Zergs figure out the map, and they're dominating it. Kind of like Antigua Shipyards with Stefano. I don't see him lose ZVTs on that map ever. He figured something out, and now it's in his court. And then the Terrans, they go mech and find out all the cool tank positionings, and then they dominate it once again. So, kind of shifts in that situation. And the SCV is going to get a scout on TLO. We'll again see the late gas for TLO, knowing what type of style it is. Will be early 4 queens, which TLO does do. If you generally see those gases, it won't be those 4 queens early on. I think you have to cut drones if you want to do that. So Taeja now going to be leaving the base, did get what he wanted to seen, and is going to be taking a 3rd base really soon. And this, a little bit risky. I don't know how it's so easy. I guess once you take your 3rd, you pretty much take your 4th. You can't really secure one without securing the other. If you wall this whole area off, yeah, I can see it being good for Terran. Wall this area off, I guess you're a little bit vulnerable to run-bys or big vulnerable to drop play, which Zergs don't really do that much. Cats is known for doing it, even with dropping Ultralisks for harassment. Really big pioneer there, but I can see this map at start being favored in Terran, just because once they have this walled up, take the 3rd, they have the 4th. I mean, the 4th would be on the low ground, which means tanks can sit on this high ground and protect this. So that is a little there, but their army would be out of position to anything here. Taeja can go line up racks really quick, wall this area off, and build lots and lots of Marines like he has done every game. Again, going to be going for the double gas, but I think these double gas are a little bit earlier. He does have his 3rd base up when he starts that double gas, finishes the refineries on that. So he's probably got something in store. I don't think it's going to be Cloaked Banshees again. We will see. TLO has 3 of the 4 watchtowers controlled. This 4th one, don't really need it. Where is that other link? I don't know where that one Ling is. I think he has an odd number right here. You know. One Ling should be sitting right here, but maybe he lost it scouting purposes. Who knows what happened to that? We do have TLO going to be taking his third base. It is after Taeja's third base, so that could be a little bit troublesome there. We do have the Tech Lab now finishing. Going to be getting Stim Pack right away because I think he wants to put on aggression. There we go. Stim is going to be taken for aggression. Another one is going to be taken for Combat Shields. Combat Shields is faster than Stim, so you always want to start Stim first, then start Combat Shields because that means Combat Shields and Stim will finish closer to the same time. More barracks going down in a factory. TLO is going very heavy on his barracks play. Going to be going on 6 racks and a factory, and then going to be getting a starport. May use that factory for scouting yet again and again. I just don't like that personally. Maybe that's where that one lone Ling went. Maybe TLO thinks that this is where the third base will be, but Taeja ended up taking it down here. Does TLO have that scouted? No, he doesn't. So maybe this is what TLO thinks the third base is, but Taeja taking it right here because now the fourth is on the low ground. And Taeja getting a bunker in the back just to be safe. And he may wait till Medivacs to move out. TLO sees those racks, sees that Marine count, and he's like, do not want, let's just get on back. At this time, he may want to take his fourth base. And he is actually taking his fourth base. And I'm just saying that because if he doesn't take it now, he's not going to get the opportunity to anytime in the near future because Taeja is going to be non-stop aggression. So TLO going to be taking that fourth base. His other option was to get a macro hatch, but instead just going to get this fourth base because if this base goes down, honestly, this base is going to go down. Taeja will have the air, like, high ground control. If this was a Marine tank siege up right here, this base is dead. So by killing the fourth, you kill the third. So maybe this is Terran favored. Now that we've kind of gone into this and kind of looked at the map, that is really tough to deal with. And also really tough, Taeja pulling off that one mule. That wasn't pulled off to attack, man. That was pulled off so he didn't die minerals and middle of the mineral line. Very nice play by Taeja. Ling run by is going to be happening. These SCVs could all go down. They're going to start running closer to the Marines and may actually only lose like 4 or 5 of them. Only 2 went down there. Maybe that was 3. Marines do kind of split off in the back. Those Lings are trapped now. And that is not good. Taeja just stimming a handful of those units. Banelig's coming in from the back, and oh! Banelig's morphing in. He's going to try to sandwich with Banelig's, but Taeja does see this coming and trying to split up his units. Those Baneleys go down. Oh, whoa, my bad there. And now chasing down those 4 Banelings. TLO is on a retreat. And look at his map vision right here over in this north area. So much going on there. Won't anything be taken by surprise. No way a drop will ever sneak past there. That looks like 4 Lings on a patrol pattern. Marines stimming a big Baneling hit does go off. No medevacs are out yet. Actually, as I say that, 2 are now coming. But those Marines getting very low on life. These Lings going to be able to clean them up very quickly. Beautiful splitting right now from Taeja. But those Marines do fall. Those medevacs came out a little bit too late. Taeja does move his third base way over here. I don't think this command center went down. I think that just moved. If it did, that was very fast. I have no clue exactly what happened. That is a command center that has NOS or something if it flew all the way there that fast. Like, it flew fast enough where I'm actually questioning that if Taeja ever owned this third base. Mind Mineral, so yeah, he had that base. No idea, man. That thing is on steroids. There's no command center like floating over. Okay. Maybe it's this command center. No, that's a regular command. That's not a orbital. Who cares? Screw it. We'll just cast the game. We do have Marines moving out with those medevacs. And they're going to be taking over this one. Watch out. TLO does see that. Has all that patrolling and sees these bases immediately. And you have a Bane train on the way. Destination, SCVs. And now it is going to be splitting up. And coming in from the back. Oh, that wasn't as good as I thought it would be. But there's so many Lings here. Taeja going to be picking up. He is on 102 supply to TLO's 140 supply. Going to these upgrades, Taeja at 1-1, starting his 2-2 now. TLO almost done his +2 melee attack, has his +2 armor. TLO has an upgrade advantage. Taeja doesn't even have a food advantage. That bunker does go down. Bane Train going for SCVs. Taeja with a beautiful SCV split. And he will defend that, but just look at the map. We're looking, oh my god, we're looking at a tumor for the first time in this series. It is not at the edge. Oh my god, that's the first time I've actually seen that from TLO. But he's been doing so much so far ahead. PF on the top. And looks like TLO does not want that to live. Few Lings down here. Lings are going to go try to take out this PF with a full surround with 2-2. Oh. PF targeting those Banelings, I think. I don't think those Banelings detonated manually. That was a target from the PF. Taking out a lot of Banelings. If TLO had all those Banelings, those would be some very dead Marines. But thanks to that PF, that lived. And he's got a lot of medevacs up. He is only at 90 supply to TLO's 115. TLO spreading maps and spreading creep and taking bases all over the map. Getting more Banelings, and I don't like this play. TLO, I think would be, well, maybe I like this. Because of the medevac count, maybe fungal goods aren't a good idea. And Banelings could be better, but with Taeja splitting, I mean, it's one of those you're either screwed if you do or screwed if you don't situations. I think an Infestation Pit would be great to have, which he does have. I don't see any Infestors out. But he needs to fungal growth these Marines and then get a Baneling hit off. He can't really just mass Infestors because of all the medevacs healing. What would be most effective is getting a fungal growth off and then coming in with Banelings. I think that's the most efficient way to deal with something like this, or Baneling landmines. And force Taeja to scan. Run by there. Does that base fell? That base actually fell. So Taeja just on 2 bases to TLO's 5 bases. And Taeja stopping at 2-2 while TLO is going for 3-3. Ultralisk Cavern on the way as he starts his fire. And does he have Burrow? No, he doesn't. Bailey's coming in from both sides, but look at that split! And holy cow, I can't believe that worked. This is the first time a custom map with the Control W that actually worked. Big props to ESV. They have my new respect for that. First time seeing that work on a custom map. Normally I just look like an idiot and the camera locks on something. Banelings morphing. And that is a lot of Marines. But that's going to be a lot of dead Banelings. We finally have the +3 attack starting for those Marines. Gummy going in for this base on the high ground right there. And then once he takes this, that low ground base is going to be taken out. So TLO, he doesn't like third bases. He's like, no, it's so easy for you to take a fourth. I'm going to be doing run-bys constantly. But what he may have not noticed, it's easy to kill a third once you kill the fourth for a Terran player. Thankfully, TLO has bases all over. Well, not anymore. As I say that, the bases do fall. Lings can't engage that. Very nice spot there. Also had SCV. So if the Lings even thought about engaging there, SCVs would go in a hold position right here and completely screw over the AI for the Lings. Jones trying to get away, saving quite a few of those. This one base does live, so now it is 3-base Zerg to a 3-base Terran. How quickly did that just even... Oh my, 161 supply to 121. No scans really going down, so TLO could really hurt Taeja with one Baneling landmine and just take out a lot of stuff. TLO is on the back foot by far. Taeja just instantly coming back out of nowhere with this constant aggression. Taeja playing TVZ like it's a ZVZ. As weird as that sounds. And the Marauders, they're like roaches. The Marines, they're like roaches before the supply nerf back in the beta. If he's playing a ZVZ. That's kind of how this is working. So, if you don't know, that means the Marines, they start out with 2 armor and they cost 1 food. That's how this game is looking. Taeja is making this look like a ZVZ that is completely imbalanced. But we have a scary army for TLO. Lots of Banelings, some Infestors, and Ultras. And this could be like the kryptonite. Oh my god, that fungal takes care of a lot of Marines. Or should I say roaches. But there are only one supply, and he's going to be massing those up very quickly. But the supply has went back to even. None of those medevacs have really got taken out of the sky. And this is going to be what TLO is going to have trouble with. He can kill off the army, but he can't kill off the medevacs. And with his like composition, it just decimates Marines. There's no like healing ability for the medevacs that saves anything. So eventually all these medevacs are going to have 200 energy. Just look at the energy start stocking up. So the one time Taeja gets a good split, nothing at all is going to die because he's going to have so many medevacs. And he's going to be able to do drops constantly. TLO is in a sticky situation, but he is going up into Broodlords. But I don't know if I like this Ultralisk into Broodlord transition. I think TLO may have just forgot to start his Spire when he started his Hive. And was like, oh god, I need to get Hive Tech out pronto. Let's go for some Ultras. See how that works. Because he's not even getting his chitinous plating, it looks like. So I think the Ultralisk transition was just kind of because TLO forgot a Spire. I may be wrong because he's done that in other games. But with no chitinous plating, that really leads me to believe he wanted Broodlords right now. Like now. But just could not get them. But Taeja not attacking, letting TLO go on what he can. Drop is coming in. 62 drones have been killed. Holy cow. 52 to 46. Wait, was that 52 SCVs? 52 SCVs have been killed. My bad. 15 drones have been killed. Corruptor's on the way. That Great Aspire, I believe, is done. So we actually even have Broodlords out for TLO. There's still a hope for him, but the supply, that supply, it hurts my eyes. 126 to 177. That's like a supply you have after a big battle with a max of 177, and your current army is at 128. Going into this army supply, you can see Taeja like 60 army ahead of TLO before this engagement. Fungal Earth goes down, but there's nothing that Fungal Earth can do. There's Marauders sniping those Infestors before any Fungals can come down, and that... Holy cow, we gotta watch this battle after the game. A lot just happened right there. And there goes all the GGs. So let's go back and watch that battle because so much happened. I just didn't have the words per minute to say it. I don't even think Koreans had the words per minute to say it. So, something that only happens when you have Marauders out. Really cool thing. And maybe this is why Taeja is successful with this style. So, I'm going to talk about what happens and then we will watch it. So, Marauders, they do extra damage to Infestors. They kill them very fast. 26 damage per shot. They have 23 damage per shot. 4 shots to kill an Infestor. He's got a lot of Marauders, and they shoot pretty fast when stimmed. So, what these Marauders do, they go in the front line, kill the Infestors, kind of like tanks force targeting. But unlike tanks, when these Ultras and Lings come in, the Marauders form a wall. So what happens, there's like 3 Marauders right here, well, more like right here, and then a few Ultras, like 2 Ultras because they're so gosh darn big, they need to be smaller. They need to be. And I think that would make Ultras less bad. But the Ultras stay here, so not only do the Infestors die, but then the Banelings can't do anything because the Ultras walled this area off and the Marauders walled this area off. So watch. Marauders come up, kill the Infestors, and because they come up in the front line to do that, they act as a superb wall. And also, what I didn't notice, he puts Marauders in the back. These are to snipe Infestors in the back, I think. That phone goes going off. So here we go. You see this? Ultras right here, Banelings can't pass. Marauders right here, Banelings can't pass. Actually, I should... See that? That was cool. And that was really cool. There was something at 15 minutes. I forget what it was. I remember 15 in my head. So we'll be looking at 15 minutes. And then go into SE2 gears. The TLO does get in. Beautiful working split about to happen right here. So what happens at 15 minutes? Maybe I was talking about that command center floating. No! PF, targeting banelings. We have in Pol's vision. Taeja. Why do I keep saying that? Taeja's vision. We want to have this highlight. Oh, I can't do that. So, watch all these banelings. Was that timed to a shot or not? That's what I'm trying to find out. I have no clue why they all exploded. I don't know if the PF targeted them down. How many shots will it take? Stop building an SEV, PF. Thank you. 40 damage. Yeah, they one-shot banelings. So that could have very well been the PF targeting the banelings down. It has splash damage and one-shots banelings. So that is, if that was him targeting those banelings down, bravo. And that, we'll watch that because that's a lot of banelings that die, that don't need to die. I think 6? Yes, 6 banelings or 7. Even more, that was like... Let's go pull up the unit count. None in production. 13. 11. So 6. 6 banelings fall. So could you imagine this with double the banelings? Double the banelings right here. How would this fight go? Probably in TLO's favor. What's he have back here? Not too much. So that target fire on those banelings, so that PF killing those banelings, helped Taeja so much. Right here. Because now he just killed them. He's just now taking hits as he kills the 6th baneling. There's 6 more. Those Marines are still going to be taking shots. So, pretty cool right there. And hopefully you find this entertaining or enjoyable, just seeing how good those pro players are. So, inject. "14-second inject for TLO. He may have done a lot of creep tumors, I don't know. So, before we do that, unit tiers. That is what I like to see. You can see not too many spikes again. Good macro overall. Again, 15 granulator. We can go to 10. Still not many gaps. Polt just has good macro. So, Taeja. God, wow. I'm so used to saying that with Polt. And then Taeja one-upped Polt. And I'm still in that habit when it comes to macro and saying cool things. I say Polt because I'm just used to saying that. I don't get too many Taeja games, though I did last week. So, I'll work on that. Hopefully not many people... I know I said I hope this is a popular segment of my cast. Hopefully it's not, so that mistake doesn't go noticed. Hopefully it's not. Just gonna leave that there. But, let's look at TLO. We'll go a little fast through this. Make sure, yeah, I did. So, he may be distracted early game looking around the map. Let's see what he does. Link cross. Looking. Yeah, he's kind of looking around the map right now. But that's not interfering with his ingest because there's no queens. So look, he's done there. So, main thing we're looking for is 846, so I'm just going to skip on over there. And it's on his main hatch. So put this up. After that inject, nothing happens. So, it's morphing into a lair, but no larva is on it. And that happens for a while. So, I'm highlighting the queen just so you can look at her energy. So we can see when TLO injects that. Still, setting up all the patrols, doing all that stuff. Not taking that second. There we go, just inject that, and there we go. Finally does it. But this queen at 42 energy, this queen, looks like he's timed on this queen relatively well. 17's not good, but you get what I'm saying. He was kind of dealing with map-specific things, and Taeja definitely had an advantage in this game. I think it's a little unfair map for the ace match. When it's a map I don't think TLO has played that much, especially when he opens it up with strange map. I think good for Terran. But, yep, hope you enjoyed that series. Again, don't forget to tweet at the players saying what a good job they did. I can't stress how important that is. And, yeah, don't forget also to tweet Team Liquid Pro. Say if I did a good or bad job casting this. I hope you think I did a good job. If you're still watching this game, I think I did a good job. Notice I didn't say tweet Team Liquid Pro until like the third game. If you're watching the third game, chances are you like the cast. And I didn't do it until after the analysis. So my sample pool at that end is only fans. That is smart thinking. See, analytical casters can be just smart all overall. Hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you tomorrow. If you're new to my channel, subscribe. I do cast literally every day. If I don't do a cast, I will tell you on Twitter, IPSC. I generally have a good reason, like I'm deathly ill. I worked like 18 hours in a day. That does happen like 3 days a week. It's the trouble with being on IT. You have like an IT, like, I don't know how many days a week you work because of weekends, but let's say out of 100 days, 85 days is heaven. 10 days is stressful. And then that 5%, that is the world is crashing down and something is happening. You gotta do what you gotta do, and you just work around the clock till it's done. So, if you don't work in IT, if you do work in IT, you will know how that's like. Like, yeah, I'm on Reddit all day, watching StarCraft on some days. Then other days, you're like, oh my god, so much to do. And then those days, you're like, just shoot me. So, yep. Take care, and I will see you tomorrow, hopefully. Peace out, guys. Thanks for watching. Congrats to Taeja, but big props to TLO. Man, you played that well. See ya.